Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Haha, get it, channel. I am being compelled to do a reading today. It's gonna make me do portrait mode. I get stuck in portrait mode all the time when I do this. I don't know if everybody else does, but I am. Alright, so I've been receiving information and I feel compelled to always, I don't know, always kind of keep doing and trying. Practice makes imperfections perfections. I don't know. Anyway, I just want to do a reading right now. This is going to be like a life, a daily, and a now reading, okay? It's kind of what I'm feeling right now. Clearing the energy, clearing the decks, clearing my vessel so that I may receive messages from my higher self. Okay, so I'm working with these 3 decks right now, and I just kind of want to see like what my higher self wants me to communicate to others and to me. Okay, so if it resonates with you, it resonates with you. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Okay, I'm not here to impress people. I'm just here to help heal others, and sometimes in the process you get healing yourself. And I have my spiritual cat here with me. Love her. Just adopted her not even a week ago. So I'm glad to have her on the channel with me. She helps me channel energies as well, and elements. And actually I can channel through her because she can transmute negative energies, whereas I may not always be able to. So I like to have her around. London. Okay, so she decided she wanted to go over there right now. So, okay, anyway. London. Anyway. Okay, so as above, so below. Gonna pull 3 cards from my Akashic Record deck, just to kind of see, like, some people may be wondering, what am I supposed to be doing? What am I here to do? You know, like, what's the message? Okay, so I'm gonna see what pops. This deck is not the easiest to, I don't have a big hand, so I'm just going to kind of see if anything jumps. Otherwise, I'll take the top, or I'll take 3 cards in whatever message they come. So I've got Loving Elementals. Isn't that funny? Okay. And then this card inside is the Ark of the Covenant. Okay. And that came in reverse. And let's see if we can get one more. A lot of people are just, they don't care about love necessarily. They just want self-love. And then I got the Queen of Scrolls. And this is always kind of like my scroll towel that I usually do my readings on. So I like the fact that we got these. It's kind of dark in here, isn't it? But it's okay. Let me shed some light. Send the light on the subject, okay? Just so y'all can see. So, I know I don't go at anyone's speed. I go at my own. So this is the life lesson, basically. And now we're going to ask for the daily, or the daily message. 3 cards. They don't have to clarify the life, but they can clarify just the daily. So I'm going to get the daily reading now. Okay, so we got trust. Okay, and it did come in the reverse. So let me go ahead and cut these cards as well too. Okay, as above, so below. All right. I'm gonna get 2 more cards for understanding. 1 or 2 more cards, whatever my higher self wants me to. Okay. Ooh. Okay. All right. So you are not alone. And support. Okay, so this could be really like symbolic for people. Trust, you're not alone, and support. Okay. All right, and let's go ahead and get the now. Our now deck. Okay. 3 cards for now. Okay, we've got the Four of Swords in reverse. And we got the Seven of Wands. Okay. Which is really symbolic to me. It's really going good. Okay. One more card. Okay. And we got one card that jumped in here. And it's the Magician. Okay. All right. So, your life is related to your daily, to your now. Okay. So, when I look at this deck and I see this layout, the Ark of the Covenant, a lot of us are needing to separate ourselves and have that self-love with the Ark of the Covenant. I know there's been a couple people that have been doing the sovereignty, declaration of sovereignty. I kind of feel like is in this card. 11, might be seeing 11 a lot. Loving the elementals. And Queen of Scrolls. I'm going to go to the book just to kind of get an understanding. Oh, look, the Queen of Cups is over here on the side. So I'm going to go ahead and put that over here too. All right. And then I'm going to shed some more light on the subject. So this Ark of the Covenant was in reverse. And see very well today, can I? Just bear with me, you guys. I know I'm not the fastest reader, but I don't like to misinterpret things. So, this is kind of like a major arcana, and so is this Queen of Scrolls. Okay, so yeah, this 11 is right here. It's like a major arcana. The Ark of the Covenant, it was in the reverse. Let me read that. It says, if there are legal dealings if there are legal issues dealings at issue, this card reverse could show a broken contract or a failed legal transfer. Be cautious with professionals who care for your investments and other things you value at this time. They may not be seeking to do you harm. While they may not be seeking to do you harm, they could be more neglectful than they should be. As significant as legal matters may seem, there is an even more important reference to you karmically. With this card reversed, the Ark of the Covenant is toppled and you have broken your contract with your higher self. Perhaps you've avoided your karmic work and put your higher purpose aside because you're too busy or it's too hard. Or you have knowingly chosen to be directed by your fears and emotional needs instead of what's best for you. In either event, it's time to wake up and renew your covenant, not just in word, but in deed. Your life will simplify. Not work until you do. Oh, it says your life will simply not work until you do. Okay, so getting this card is basically saying you need to get back into connection with yourself. Okay. Some of us are making dedications to their gods, entities, spirits, fairies, energies, and this card is saying you have to make that dedication to yourself. You need to communicate more with yourself and have trust, okay, because this trust is right above it, as you know, this trust card, and this is say while your logical mind is distracting a supposedly clear direction, your soul's inner guidance is urging you to follow an alternative path. The logical path may be one that you consider safe and more familiar, but you could be missing out on boundless opportunities and so much more, okay? And then above that is the Four of Swords energy. So Could be losing some sleep at night, dealing with not understanding things, and you could probably be getting messages in your dreams from your unconscious and your subconscious, but you're not writing them down, and not being able to interpret things if you can't write them down and you don't remember them. So you need to make um, affirmation or a declaration that you want to remember your dreams, that you want to be conscious during your dream state so that you can remember them and write them down and interpret them, okay? And this Ark of the Covenant card here, I came over here and do not have my glasses. Let me see here, let's get some more light. Okay, so this Ark of the Covenant card is the stars are shining on a serene desert night. The fire burns before a number of white tents. Inside one of those tents, just beyond the open front flaps, rests the Ark of the Covenant. Two men sit by a crackling fire nearby. At the most mundane level, this card can represent beneficial legal contract or title transfer. It can also show successful working with professionals such as brokers and lawyers. Most often it indicates that you are living true to your own karmic contract, facing your lessons of growth, working toward greater discoveries, and bringing your unique contributions to the world. It says your karma does not rule you, you rule it. Okay, so I'm reading this in the reverse and upright. Okay, and when the work becomes too great, taking a rest doesn't break with your covenant. It supports it. You understand the phases of time and energy and work within those phases. Some of your karmic directives at this time may involve other people. It may also, if so, make sure there is no urgency, need, or personal agenda in play. Don't let yourself get pulled into emotional drama. Know that things that require your attention now reflect a commitment that has a far-reaching influence that may impact your present as well as your future lives. So continue to work toward your highest purpose and uphold the sacred covenant. You have to touch the world with your light. Okay, so a lot of y'all going through a dark night of the soul too, and it's a balance. So if you're kind of going through and having a lot of karmic situations happen, you can change that, because your karma doesn't rule you, you rule your karma. So this is just saying that there needs to be a balance. So if you're having a lot of negative thoughts, it might be time to disconnect, clear your energy, and move towards the lighter side of things. You know, if you're hearing a lot of sound and noise, it might be time to move towards the light, or vice versa. Okay, because I read this card both directions. And with the tents, I feel like going out in nature, quieting your mind and listening to yourself and not others. And then trusting. Your sacral and your heart chakra could be blocked. Could be wanting to elevate yourself a little bit more, but you're not knowing how to do that. But you have to go within with this card, okay? And then you have the loving elementals next to it. So I feel like with this card, again, going out in nature, being a kid again. There's fairies by this kid. Maybe you've already had your enlightenment, and you can trust yourself and be a vessel and ask for support from others around you, because then this is saying you are not alone. So this one's kind of right above it. And then the Seven of Wands energy is there, you know, it's a little contradicting, but not really, because it's like the Seven of Wands is you're caught off guard, you're not alone, you do have enemies, and it's realizing that you do have enemies, and that sometimes I feel like sometimes negative energies can come around you and give you the wrong message. So you just gotta be careful, okay, with these three cards being like your life, your daily, and your now. Okay, so getting out in nature, quieting your mind. There's a lot of wisdom in this Three of Roses card. You could be seeing 333 a lot. 333 is usually dealing with karma. Okay, so the fact that it's like right after this Ark of the Covenant. I feel like this is the night, the night, dark night of the soul. This is the side that we see, the things that we do see. This is the illusions of things, your dreams, things that your dream state, your night state, your motherly side, where this is your like your fatherly side. There's a baby in this picture, so maybe needing to connect to yourself when you were younger, and realize that some lessons that you needed to learn were for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. Reason, season, lifetime. So I feel like someone's needing to connect with some things that happened in the past to realize, to relearn some things that they may have forgot. It's, you can forgive, but you can't forget, okay? Because if you forget, then you're going to repeat the same lessons over again because you didn't learn from the first time. And this Queen of Scrolls, too, to me feels like writing down some situations, like going back in the past, a history book, things that were written, okay? And there's support in doing that, okay? This says people come into your life for many different reasons. Look, I just said that. Some of you learn from and then they move on, while others return often because you need to learn from the more from those individuals. Other remain beside you throughout your entire life. I just said that. Okay, that's so cool. And then you got the Magician. Okay, that Magician is that higher self, those dreams. It's the one. It's the one. You got 11. You got 111. So you might be seeing a 111 or 1111. Okay, and the fact that this is kind of ascending this way too is like you're not alone. Your higher self. This is you. This is your higher self to me. This is your subconscious and your unconscious trying to connect and give you, and your higher self trying to give you messages. And even though there's sadness, there needs to be a level, a balance of sadness and happiness. You can't be happy all the time. That just is impossible in this life. It's just not how we learn things. It's just not life. And you have to appreciate the good with the bad. Okay, you might be going through something negative right now, and it's like, well, at least I'm going through it, you know? At least it's happening to me, or it's happening for me, okay? That just came out. It's happening for me. It's happening for me. It's happening for me. We keep repeating that. It's happening for me, okay? You could be going through some negative times you see, but it's happening for me, okay? And these people that are around you, that are perceived as your enemies, at least they're showing their cards, they're showing their weapons, and I feel like their weapons are eventually going to be your tools, okay? And this card's been popping out quite a bit, the Seven of Wands, and it's like 7-Eleven, you know. Maybe someone at a gas station, you might meet somebody at a gas station and they do something good or bad, and you think back like, oh hey, I ran into you before, oh hey, and then you talk to them and you might find out that they might be a real good ally for you, okay? So I feel like too with this Magician card, birds, you might be seeing some birds of a feather flock together, okay? But this is also elevation of yourself and your dreams and your intuitions, and connecting with yourself and being strong and being enlightened, okay? And with this Queen of Scrolls, I want to read this card and see what it says. Look, I just jumped right to the right page. So upright, it's a beautiful woman holds a scroll as she stands in front of a sunlit archway. Around her swirls the energy of wisdom, knowledge, and the Akashic truth. When this card appears upright, she brings important information and inspiration to you. See? Support. Okay? So I feel like you're about to elevate. If you haven't elevated, or if you haven't had your awakening, you're about to, your eyes are closed in this one, and you're about to wake up. Okay? As above, so below. The Queen of Scrolls is a woman of higher mind whom you may already know or have not yet met. Her purpose is to help you move through the entryway to a new level of wisdom and understanding. That's that Magician card. Starting over. A death is something, you know. Death is something. Becoming the champion, and then moving into starting a new cycle, because you're going from a 4 to 7, which is like, again, that 7-Eleven. I'm just saying, 7-Eleven. Okay. Um, and then that one, which is that one there. So she could be a teacher to you in some way and offer friendship that could develop into deeper love. Okay. So you could run into somebody today, and or met them before, and with the support card, I feel like that could be a teacher. How that is, and the magician is a teacher too. Everybody likes to see a cool magician do their thing, right? Everyone likes to see magic tricks happen, you know. And deep down inside, we've all at some point believed in magic, whether it be the Santa Claus, the Tooth Fairy, um, you know, the Easter Bunny, the groundhog. I mean, it was magic. We're basically thinking about magic when we think of those entities and energies and beings. Okay, so if you believe then, you can believe again, but believe in yourself. Believe that you are the Santa Claus. So it says, this woman could be helpful to you in some project requiring communication. She may be an author, a marketer, or a publisher. If you are a writer, she may be someone who assists you in getting published. The Queen of Scrolls could also represent you or a woman in your life getting a position in a field related to communication or academics, such as counseling, teaching, marketing, or publishing. This card indicates a phase of deepening understanding and readiness to learn. It's the perfect time for personal growth and expansive learning, whether it's mind, body, or spirit centered. Open the mysteries that are hidden in the Akashic scrolls and step through the door of knowledge. And with the magician being above this, I feel like this is you getting support from your higher self and knowing that you are the magician and that you're the champion and that you can sleep with one eye open, or you can have that dream state. When I see the Four of Swords, it's like a one eye open card, like sleeping with one eye open. You know, she's on guard. You know, she doesn't have her wall up, but she's on guard. She's sleeping with her weapons, and she's protected. I feel like these are battles that she's been through and that she's won, and she's not forgetting those battles, because those battles were brought to her, or she experienced those battles for a reason, and it's made her stronger. And I feel like because of this, I feel like she ends up being the Queen of Cups. All right, because that Queen of Cups card was out. So I feel like this is a woman that has did her battles and her wars, and she's been victorious in some ways, not always. There's a lot of bloodshed. It could be hers, it could be someone else's, but at the same time, she's protected now. She's guided and she's guarded. Okay? And I feel like this is the stay ready, get ready, or if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready card. You know people are coming towards you. You know that when you and, reach a higher elevation, new levels, new devils, okay? But you're ready for them. And then you're going to take what they give you, because they're going to show their ugly side, their shadow side. But you are stepping into the light. You're just going to step into your own powers. You might even have to step into the dark side to get to them and battle them. But you're ready and you're victorious, okay? And you might take on that reptilian energy and that dragon energy, because a lot of people don't believe in the dragons, but I do. You know, I believe in anything I want to believe in. No one's going to tell me what doesn't exist, because if you think about it, how does someone just draw up these things, these cards with these illustrations on there? There's someone's visualized this before in their life and drawn it. Okay, so I believe in what I want to believe. I don't tell people can't tell me that, you know, the world was made in one day and boom and blah blah blah. I believe what I want to believe, because I use my discernment and I use my higher self to get me there. I'm tired of, like, you know, going the wrong direction because I listened to Google, or I listened to Waze, or I did this. You know, sometimes you have to use your own intuition and your own higher self to get where you need to go, okay? But it's just saying that there's a lot of tools. You have a lot of tools in um, your army here. An army of one, basically. Okay, and this is really all within cards, and just quieting your mind and seeing what the message, what your higher self wants you to learn. I know it's a lot of repetitiveness. People are like, oh my god, like I keep hearing the same message from you. And it's like, you're going to keep hearing the same message until we learn it. We have to learn it. You got to earn it and learn it. Otherwise, you're going to keep repeating this life. You're going to keep repeating tragic situations and karmic situations. And who wants to do that? I mean, yeah, it's fun some part, but some parts you're like, oh God, I'm over it now. I'm ready to experience, higher vibrations and stay in higher vibrations. Okay. Now the loving the elementals card here, because also it's above the you are not alone. So I kind of feel like that's symbolic, and for a reason that felt like that. But it says playful fairies and water spirits frolic in the air around a little child. They fill the air with expanding joy and happiness. Although many people don't believe in elementals, natural spirits of all kinds do exist, and they have more power than can be imagined. They live in the elementals of earth, air, wind, and fire, and are willing to share the guidance, well-being, and inspiration of the Akashic records that exist in the natural world. This card is here to tell you that joy will soon be increasing. It also encourages you to remember to have fun. Stop being so serious. And it says, bring more playfulness to your daily life. Okay, let yourself sing a little and laugh a lot. Call on the elementals to inspire you in this and in other areas. They are the font and fun, the font of fun and upliftment that can expand the joy in your life in great measure. So close your eyes and fill the air buzz with the flight and dance of elementals all around you. Feel yourself smile in the happy lightness of being they bring. Every time you take a moment to do this, you open your heart to joy. So here's those elementals. You're about to go play with them. And you're victorious and you know it. And you see what they have, but they don't always see what you have to give. So I feel like your higher self, you're so much more powerful than you believe. Everyone is. And we keep getting into these programs of fear and frightening and scaring, and the unknown is just so like devastating, but it's already been done. It's already been acted out. We just are living through it right now. So we all live, we all die, but this is